Hi guys! So it's been a few days. The last clip you saw was Friday and today is Thursday, so it's almost been a week. I just want to quickly explain to you my SE weekend experience with the Singles Ministry of Bukawe. I'm gonna explain later on, but we're gonna do a mukbang! Yay! Actually, I don't have a drink. So while we're doing this, I'm gonna talk about what I did last weekend. So I spent my weekend with the Singles Ministry of Bukawe, as I said earlier. So let me just give you a quick backstory. Some of you may or may not know, but last year I graduated college. And of course, before graduating, we had a requirement at school that we have to spend at least 250 hours, am I right? 250 hours in a company for on-the-job training. I resigned dun sa first company ko. Not that I had a problem with them, they were very kind people. But nahirapan ako magpabalik-balik from Manila to Bulacan. Kasi yung schedule ko, I had a class ng hapon. And then, papasok ako sa OJT just to complete the 250 hours. Papasok ako sa OJT ng umaga and then mag-half day ako. Then babiyahe ako papuntang school and then babalik na naman ako because I have to finish my hours sa OJT. But it wasn't my intention to resign dun sa first company ko until nakita ko na may opening yung second company ko, which is a Korean company. They were looking for a content writer and multimedia specialist. So nag-apply ako. Nag-submit ako ng demo reel ko, ng resume ko, and then the next day, I got a text na they're inviting me for a personal interview. So I went. And nung nalaman, nung nag-interview sa akin na I'm still on my OJT, kasi nag-apply ako for a full-time. Ang bala ko, I'll talk to them na I'm gonna join the company after I graduate because it's just a month and a half away. But then, kinausap ako nung nag-interview sa akin. Ang deal namin is like, papasok ako sa kanila as a part-timer. Parang, paano ba? They're gonna pay me as a part-timer, pero the job that I'm gonna get will be for like a regular employee. But at the same time, dun ko makakompleto yung OJT ko, which is parang killing two birds with one stone. So I agreed, and then so I resigned dun sa first company ko. Then, yun, even before I graduated, I was working, and then I met a lot of amazing people. I met a lot of amazing colleagues and mentors, and I definitely gained a lot of experience from them. I definitely learned a lot, and eventually I got attached somehow to the people I worked with. During that time, during 2018, I'm not gonna deny it, okay? So let's be real here. So I fell in love while I was at that company, and I got my heart broken at the same time. And I absolutely have nothing against what I experienced last year, except for the fact that I forgot about myself. I forgot to put myself first, and I forgot to love myself. Because when you're working for a company, you have to work with other people, and working with other people means forgetting some of your opinions, because you also have to consider their opinions, especially when you have a boss that always has a final say. So nakalimutan kong alagaan yung sarili ko last year. Pero dun ko din na-meet yung mga taong nag-alaga sa akin in a way na I have a support system within the company na nagda-drain sa akin. It's not the company per se, but the workload that I had. And sorry, nag-stop mag-record yung camera. But hindi sa pag-iinarte, maraming makaka-relate sa akin dito. Kasi alam nyo yung hindi mo na dapat ginagawa yung trabaho na ginagawa mo. Kaya ka sobrang napapagod, saka hindi mo na nagagawa na maayos yung dapat mong gawin. Kasi iba na yung iniintindi mo. And yung iniintindi mo, hindi mo siya forte. Like, ako, pumasok ako sa kanila as a multimedia specialist and a content writer. Yes, I get to write content, I get to have a say on the multimedia side, but eventually I got transferred into marketing, na gumagawa na ako ng presentation decks and nagpo-present na ako sa clients. Yung first event ko nga sa kanila, nag-host ako, and I only found out the night before na I'm gonna host something na ako yung gumawa ng script. I mean, it's a good thing na ako yung gumawa ng script kasi I know it by heart. Pero at the same time, parang, yes, I know I could have said no, but then I thought about all the hard work, all the blood, sweat, and tears that my colleagues spent just so that the event will be successful. Humarap ako sa media, hindi ko alam kung anong gagawin ko. Although I have hosting experiences before that, but then, alam mo yun, ang hirap explain nung feeling, but so months pass by and I see myself working on even more work that I should not be doing, but I do it anyway for the sake of the company. And then my mom booked a trip to Japan last December, the first week of December, and that's when it really hit me. 2 days before we went to Japan, my dad fetched me from Manila so that I could fix my stuff. And when my dad saw me, he was like, ano nangyari sa'yo? Okay ka lang ba? Ganun. So, nag-usap kami nung pauwi kami, ng Bulacan. I was crying. I was telling him that I was so tired and I don't know what to do. I don't know myself anymore. I don't know anymore. So, he told me to resign. It has been on my mind to resign. I even filed a resignation like 6 months into the company, but I couldn't leave because there was a lot going on. Kasi I didn't want to leave my office mates hanging. So I finished all the events and I drained myself. And day 3 in Japan, I finally told my family that I'm gonna resign and I'm gonna leave the company. So I did. December 2018, I resigned from the company and I got to rest, finally. Yung rest na may gising. And then I find myself visiting my old office quite often. Kasi na-attach ako Na-attach ako sa kanila. Ang dami kong emotion na nalabas dun sa company na yun. And dun sa harap ng mga taong yun. Kaya ako na-attach, feeling ko. And then, so yun, fast forward to May. I've been having trips down memory lane for the past couple of weeks. That's why I decided to do this. Saktong-sakto yung invite sa akin ni Father Dane na sumali ng SE weekend or the Singles Encounter weekend with the Singles Ministry of Bukawi. Sobrang saktong-sakto siya kasi I was feeling very nostalgic. I was feeling very sad because nung last na balik ko sa office, I realized na I took a lot of things for granted. I took a lot of moments for granted, and now that I think about it, they're just gonna be memories that I'm gonna be sad about, because no matter how hard you do things again, it's not gonna be the same. Even when you do it with the same people in the same place on the same date, it's not gonna be the same because you can't. Kasi they're just gonna be, memories. I know it's kind of cliche and sad of me, but that's how I felt before I joined the SE weekend. Then SE weekend came. It's a 3-day retreat for the youth, and the theme was kenosis. I have my notes here. And my, booklet? Nandito pa nga yung flower na binigay sa akin. Ay, nakaipit. I'm pressing it. Ang hirap pa ito, kumakain habang nagsasalita. If you search kenosis, kasi I looked kenosis up on the internet, and if you search it, ang lalabas, it is the act of Christ taking on a human nature with all of its limitations, therefore emptying himself except without sin. There were 3 points when Father Dane discussed kenosis. The first one was pagbabasyo, pagpupuno, and pamumuno. Pagbabasyo meaning you're gonna empty yourself for Christ, for others, and especially for yourself. Empty yourself out of everything so that you can fill it for the second. That's the second point. Pag pupuno, filling it with love, with faith, with Christ, and with others, so that you can follow Christ through a clear view or through a clear vision. Because sometimes we often focus on what we are losing, not with what we are gaining. That's why we feel sad and lonely, because we focus on the things we lost. Like in my case, I was sad because I missed my friends, I missed my colleagues. But then I realized during this weekend that I should also think about the new experiences that I'm gonna gain, the new people that I'm gonna meet, the new love that I'm gonna feel. And I also realized na I'm not alone throughout this journey called life. And diba, we are made out of the image and the likeness of God. That's why when you see yourself in the mirror, when you see other people, you're gonna see God, because we're made out of His image and likeness, and that we're all precious and we're all something wonderful. And that's why God sees what we're all going through, because He is within us, and that He loves us dearly. And whenever we're faced with obstacles, let's not forget that God will not present it to us if we cannot go through it. Everything has a solution. You just pray, and if you just step back and look at things in a different perspective, you're gonna see that you've been overlooking something else that you could have saw if you didn't focus on the negatives. There was also a lot of inspirational people who gave talks to us, like of course Father Dane, Brother June, I'm sorry I got it wrong, and then Brother Arun Gogna. And I like what he said during his talk, and he projected on the screen that the way you look at yourself is the way you live your life. And my takeaway from this is that if you believe that, he also said this, that if you believe that you're beautiful, then you are beautiful. Nobody can say otherwise, because you believe yourself that you're beautiful. And if you believe that you can do it, then you can absolutely do it. And then Sister Rita Husho also gave a talk. During the weekend, I met a lot of amazing, wonderful people, and we were divided into 12. Am I right or am I wrong? We were divided into tribes, and then on a certain activity we were divided into nations. So my tribe was Judah, and I was in the nation of Egypt. So we did a lot of activities, a lot of eye-opening activities, a lot of touching, heartfelt talks. And I really appreciate everything that the sponsoring class did. I know that we were tired throughout the weekend, but they were even more tired than us. So I just really appreciate that. And if some of you are watching this, thank you. And during that weekend, I definitely felt loved by people that I've barely met. And you would think, nah, that's impossible. We somehow felt empathy towards each other, and I think it's something beautiful, because no matter what language you speak, no matter what color you are, no matter what country you're in, no matter what God you believe in, whether you believe in God or whether you don't, we're all one and the same. We all have the same differences, and I think it's something beautiful, I don't know if I'm making any sense na, kasi it's hard to eat while talking, but yeah. I just wanted to tell you how my weekend went. So we talked a lot, we cried a lot. I wasn't even expecting myself to cry that much. There was one activity, I was so sleepy, sorry po, but I was so sleepy, I kept on nodding off. And then I'm not gonna tell any details on what we did, but there was this one activity we reflected within ourselves. So while I was reflecting, I was sleeping, and then I had to stand up and interact with a senior single, I don't know what to call them, brother, a sister, and where she got to pray for me, and I wasn't expecting myself to cry in that situation, but I didn't realize that I really needed that. So that was one thing I will never forget. They all welcomed us with an open heart, with an open mind. So yeah. And that was, if not the best, one of the best weekends in my life so far. And I thank everyone who spent the weekend with me for that. Thank you, and I just want you all to know that I appreciate all of you, and power. So as I'm filming this, I don't know how this vlog is gonna go, but I'm just gonna go with the flow. And yeah.